Peggy Whitson back at the hatchway to the crew lock of the Quest airlock. The circular device with the thermal protection insulation over it that appears to have stitching on it, that is control moment gyroscope number 3 that was replaced on the STS-118 mission this past summer, and which will be returned to Atlantis aboard the shuttle Atlantis on the STS-122 mission when it launches no earlier than January 10th. One of the spacewalks to be conducted on that mission will remove that CMG from its current stowage platform location, and it will be mounted in the payload bay of Atlantis to be brought back to Earth.
Understand. Okay, so I'm going to disconnect you from the structure outside. Okay, out here.
That is correct.
Okay. You get locked and
make sure both sliders are locked.
Lock and lock.
Dan Tani now gathering his tethers. He will shortly make his way back to the Quest airlock as well and join Peggy Whitson. They will close the hatch and begin the procedures that will mark the end of this 100th spacewalk that Tani provided praise for just a few moments ago.
So that's my lifeline. Back to station. Peggy.
All right, you may remove your anchor point now and stow it on your T-bar.
Okay, standby 1.
And we're about 4 minutes.
Yeah, I'm releasing my local.
4 minutes away from a longer LOS than usual. It's a minute and a half or so.
Okay.
I'm inside the crew lock bag and the camera on large small rat.
Thanks, Peggy.
Okay, Peggy. I've released my external safety tether, so my lifeline is through you. I'm heading back in. I've got my crew lock bag and I've got the camera.
Okay, take your time. Be diligent.
Yep, I agree.
We're at 6 hours and 37 minutes right now, and everything's looking good.
I'm going to go ahead and take my overgloves off so I'll be able to lightly use it.
By all means, do so.
What a spectacular view.
Just in case we lose, we're trying to get Yuri to come up too. But Dan, you're going to pass your crew lock bag in to Peggy, and Peggy, take care of that. Stow it away and ingress the airlock. Dan, I'm going to close the thermal cover, connect the SUs to the DCM, check that they are locked, and then water off. Wait 2 minutes before you close the hatch.
Okay, I understand all.
ready to.
Okay, let's see. That should go, yep, the cameras are pulled out, and I have to attach the latch here. Any rest of it now.
This is Mission Control Houston, 6 hours, 40 minutes into today's spacewalk. Dan Tani now making his way inside the crew lock portion of the Quest airlock, joining Peggy Whitson, who entered Quest just a few minutes ago, as we will stand by for the two crew members to hook up to cooling umbilicals inside the crew lock portion, the outermost section of the two-compartment Quest airlock. Tonight, today's spacewalk will be completed at the point of repressurization of the Quest airlock. The spacewalk began at 3:50 Central Time this morning when Whitson and Tani placed their suits on internal battery power. They made their way over to the starboard end, the right side of the International Space Station's truss structure, to conduct a detailed visual inspection of the beta gimbal assembly, one of the two pivoting mechanisms that point the face of the starboard solar arrays toward the sun. One of those beta gimbal assemblies, the 1A beta gimbal assembly, one of the two wings of the S4 arrays, experienced a triple power circuit trip back on December 8th, the cause yet unknown. No smoking gun was found. No visual inspection determined anything conclusive, and so further analysis will be conducted based on the photographic documentation that the crew will downlink once they're back inside the station, and from data that has been monitored throughout the course of the morning by the electrical systems officer here in Mission Control. With the beta gimbal assembly work having been completed, the next task for Whitson and Tani was the inspection of the contaminated starboard solar alpha rotary joint, the huge joint that rotates the starboard solar arrays in Ferris wheel fashion to track the sun.
No, you're good. I got this gun on the thermal cover too early.
A variety of contaminant particulate matter was found during the course of removal of most of the covers around the circumference of the solar alpha rotary joint, or the SARJ as it is known.